Jefferson County Court, Law number 2 is back in session. The court is in session with the arraignment docket. First case is cause number M332120. The case is styled the state of Texas versus Nicholas Tobin. Mr. Tobin, would you please come forward? He has two cases. Mr. Tobin, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Tobin, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Tobin, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. Tobin?
Good. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine, thanks. Mr. Tobin, you have two cases. First case is cause number M332120, and the second case is cause number M332122. And in these cases, Mr. Tobin, I have before me a document that is titled Judge's Explanation of Rights to Defendants Without Attorney. Mr. Tobin, do you recognize this document?
Yes,
And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant?
yes, sir.
And are these your initials on the line that states, I want to reset this case to hire my own attorney?
Yes, sir.
Now, before you signed and initialed this document, did you read the document? And did you understand what you read? And is everything in this document true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Mr. Tobin, our court coordinator is going to reset your case to give you an opportunity to hire your own attorney. And you're going to stand on the X in front of our court coordinator. Once you reset your case, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
You're welcome. Next case is cause number M334070. The case is styled the state of Texas versus Travis Forret. Mr. Forret, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Forret, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? You may put your hand down. Mr. Forret, is your full name Travis Aaron Forret? How are you doing, Mr. Forret?
I'm good.
That's good. Mr. Forret, I have before me a document that is titled Judge's Explanation of Rights to Defendants Without Attorney. You recognize this document? And is this your signature on the line that is titled Defendant?
And
Are these your initials on the line stating that you would like to have this case reset to hire your own attorney? Okay. Now, Mr. Forret, before you sign and initial this document, did you read the document? Did you understand what you read? And is everything in this document true and correct to the best of your knowledge? Okay, Mr. Forret, your case is going to be reset by our court coordinator. Once she resets your case, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. Please have a seat in the chair with the black and yellow tape on the end by the wall. Next case is cause number M333986. Case is styled the state of Texas versus Eddie Dixon. Mr. Dixon, would you please come forward? Mr. Dixon, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Dixon, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth to help you God? Mr. Dixon, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. Dixon?
I am.
I'm doing fine. Mr. Dixon, I have before me a document that is titled Judge's Explanation of Rights to Defendants Without Attorney. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant?
Yes, sir.
Are these your initials on the line that states you would like to have this case reset so that you can hire your own attorney? Mr. Dixon, before you signed and initialed this document, did you read the document? And did you understand what you read? And is everything in this document true and correct to the best of your knowledge? Mr. Dixon, your case is going to be reset by our court coordinator. Once she resets your case, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. Please have a seat on the chair on the corner in the black and yellow tape. You're welcome. Next case is cause number M333988. Case of style of state of Texas versus Justin Brent Barnes. Mr. Barnes, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Barnes, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, I do.
Mr. Barnes, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. Barnes? You doing good?
Good.
All right, Mr. Barnes, is your full name Justin Brent Barnes?
Yes.
Mr. Barnes, I have before me a document that is titled Judge's Explanation of Rights to Defendants Without Attorney. Do you recognize this document?
Yes.
And is this your signature on the line that is
Yes.
titled Defendant? Are these your initials on a line that states, I want to reset this case to hire my own attorney?
They are.
Mr. Barnes, before you signed and initialed this document, did you read the document? Did you understand what you read?
I did.
And is everything in this document true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
Mr. Barnes, your case is going to be reset by our court coordinator. Once your case is reset, you will be free to go and you have a blessed day. Please have a seat and that chair, the first chair by the door, by the wall. Next case is cause number M333978, case of style of state of Texas versus Jeray Shakira Lewis. Now, Ms. Lewis, I see here that they have your name as Jeray Shakira Lewis, but you sign your name Jerry.
It's right, but they spelled wrong on the document.
Okay, now how they spelled it wrong on the docket? Okay, how is your first name spelled?
Jarey.
Jarey. Now, is your middle name Shakira?
Shakara.
Shakra, and your last name is Lewis. Louis. All right. Now, Miss Lewis, I have before me a document.
Yeah, I'm sorry to interrupt, but we disposed of this case before we go forward with. I'm not sure what her election was. I'll review the cases before.
You say you already disposed of it?
Yes, sir. At least I sent it over to you.
Oh, hold on a minute. You know what? I don't think I get it until,
I can do that.
let me see now. Well, yeah, Miss Lewis, just have a seat. Was this the only case?
No, sir. I'm good to move.
1 minute. Next case, well, the next two cases are cause number M334096 and cause number M334302. Both cases are styled the state of Texas versus Gerald Wayne Washington. Mr. Washington, would you please come forward? Mr. Washington, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Washington, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Washington, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. Washington? You're doing all right? That's good. Mr. Washington, this document states that your full name is Gerald Wayne Washington. Is that your full name?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Washington, I have before me Mr. Washington, I have before me a document that is titled Jefferson County, Judge's Explanation of Rights to Defendants Without an Attorney. I also have a document that is titled Jefferson County Affidavit of Indigence. Now, the first document that I'm showing you is titled Judge's Explanation of Rights to Defendants Without an Attorney. You recognize this document?
Yes,
And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant?
yes, sir.
Are these your initials on the line that state, I want to apply for a court-appointed attorney?
Yes, sir.
The next document that I have is titled Jefferson County Affidavit of Indigence. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 2 of the same document, there is a signature above the line that is titled Defendant's Signature. Is this your signature?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Washington, before you sign and initial these documents, did you read the documents?
Yes, sir.
Did you understand what you read? And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Washington, based on your answers, you meet the eligibility requirements for the appointment of a court-appointed attorney. The attorney that will be appointed to represent you in this case is Mr. Don Boudreaux. Attorney Don Boudreaux will contact you. He will also be given information on how to contact you. You will also be given information on how to contact him. Our court coordinator will give you that information. Once you get that information, you'll be free to go, and you have a blessed day. Please stand on the X in front of our court coordinator. Next two cases are cause numbers M 334076 and cause number M 334078. Both cases are filed the state of Texas versus Jesse Burks Jr. Burks, would you please come forward? Mr. Burks, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Burks, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Mr. Burks, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. Burks? Doing good? Mr. Burks, is your full name Jesse Burks Jr.? You have to speak up.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Burks, I have before me two documents. The first document is titled Judge's Explanation of Rights to Defendants Without Attorney. Do you recognize this document? And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant?
Yes, sir.
Are these your initials on the line that state, I want to apply for a court-appointed attorney?
Yes, sir.
Next document is titled Jefferson County Affidavit of Indigence. You recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
On page 2 of this same document, there's a signature above the line that is titled Defendant Signature. Is this your signature? Mr. Burks, before you signed and initialed these documents, did you read the documents?
Yes, sir.
And did you understand what you read? And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge? Mr. Burks, I've read your answers. Based on your answers, you meet the eligibility requirements for the appointment of a court-appointed attorney. The attorney that will be representing you in this case is Attorney Giles Cole. Mr. Cole will be given information on how to contact you, and you will also be given information on how to contact Mr. Giles. Our court coordinator is going to give you that information. Once you get the information from our court coordinator, you'll be free to go, and you have a blessed day. Please have a seat on that chair that's on the end by the wall. Next case. Let's see. Next case is cause number M334090. Case is style of State of Texas versus Ajayla Jade Robinson. Would you please raise your right hand? You swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help God. Now, I see here that on the court's docket sheet, your last name Robinson, but I noticed that when you sign these documents, the judge's explanation of rights and the affidavit, there was kind of affidavit of indigence, you spell your name Roberson.
It's pronounced Robinson, but it's spelled wrong.
So your name is spelled,
R-O-B-E-R-S-O-N.
okay, your name is spelled Roberson, not Robinson. Okay. Now, Ms. Roberson, I have before me a document that, well, I have two documents. The first document is titled Jefferson County Affidavit of Indigence. Do you recognize this document? The second document I have is titled Judge's Explanation of Rights to Defendants Without Attorney. Do you recognize this document? The title is, okay, is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant?
Yes.
Are these your initials on the line stating that you want to apply for a court-appointed attorney?
Yes, sir.
On the affidavit of indigence, do you recognize this document?
Yes.
On page 2 of this same document, there is a signature above the line that is titled Defendant Signature. Is this your signature? Ms. Roberson, before you sign and initial these documents, did you read the documents? Did you understand what you read? And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge? Ms. Roberson, I read your answers. Based on your answers, you meet the eligibility requirements for the appointment of a court-appointed attorney. And the attorney that will be appointed to represent you in this case is Attorney Peter Doyle. Attorney Doyle will be given information on how to contact you. And you will also be given information on how to contact Mr. Doyle. Our court coordinator will give you that information. Once you get that information from our court coordinator or our court administrator, you'll be free to go and you have a blessed day. Please stand. Please have a seat in that first chair with the black and yellow tape.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Who's Demarcus Brown?
That's the gentleman from outside.
Oh, that's the guy outside? Okay. Next case is cause number M 333 992, case of style of state of Texas versus Adrian Imran Shah. Mr. Shah, would you please raise your right hand? Do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Shah, you may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. Shah?
No, good, Judge. How are you?
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. Shah, is your full name Adrian Imran Shah?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Shah, I have before me two documents. The first document is titled Judge's Explanation of Rights to Defendants Without Attorney. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
Is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant?
Yes, sir.
Or are these your initials on the line stating you want to waive your right to an attorney and represent yourself?
Yes, sir.
I also have another document that is titled Waiver of Counsel for Purposes of Entering a Guilty Plea or Proceeding in Trial. Do you recognize this document?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Shah, before you signed and initialed these documents, did you read the documents?
Yes, sir.
Did you understand what you read?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Shah, I read your answers in these documents. Just please have a seat and the prosecutor will talk to you in a few minutes. Next two cases are cause number M 333 186 and cause number M 333 688. Both cases are styled the state of Texas versus Johnny Nichols. Mr. Nichols, would you please raise your right hand? Mr. Nichols, do you swear or affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
You may put your hand down. How are you doing, Mr. Nichols?
Okay, sir. So,
I'm doing fine. Thanks for asking. Mr. Nichols, is your full name Johnny Nichols?
Johnny Lee. Yes.
Johnny Lee Nichols? Mr. Nichols, I have before me two documents. The first document is titled Judge's Explanation of Rights to Defendants Without an Attorney. Do you recognize this document? And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant? Or are these your initials on the line stating you want to waive your right to an attorney and represent yourself? I also have another document here that is titled Waiver of Counsel for Purposes of Entering a Guilty Plea or Proceeding to Trial. Do you recognize this document?
Yes.
And is this your signature on the line that's titled Defendant? That's your signature? Now, Mr. Nichols, before you signed and initialed these documents, did you read the documents?
Yes.
And did you understand what you read? And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yeah.
Okay. Mr. Nichols, I've read your answers. You can go back to where you were when the prosecutor is ready. He'll talk to you. All right. Okay. Now, for the record, would you please state your name?
Teen Wayne. Teen Wayne.
Teen Win? Okay, Mr. Win. You're here with Mr. Cool Win?
Uh-huh.
And Mr. Cool Win, he speaks some English, but he's not, I guess he's not fluent, but he speaks some English. He understands. So let me do this here. And you speaks English and Vietnamese, right?
Oh.
And he speaks Vietnamese as well. Is that correct? Now, what I need you to do is raise your right hand. Do you swear to interpret Vietnamese to English and English to Vietnamese? So help you God. Okay, you may put your hand out. Now, let's see. Mr. T Win. Ask Mr. Cool Win if his full name is Cool Van Win. Okay, so he understood that. He's shaking his head.
And
Right. So his name is Cool Van Win. Yes? All right. Now, Mr. Cool Van Win, I have before me, you can show him this here document. Okay. Now that document, Mr. Cool Van Win, is titled Judge's Explanation of Rights to Defendant Without an Attorney. Now, Mr. Cool Van Win, ask him if he recognized that document.
mình ký cái này nè nó chung ký cái thôi thì nó không quen.
Okay, he recognized the document. Ask him if that's his signature on the line that's titled defendant. Yes? You have to say yes. He said yes.
Yeah.
Okay, now his initials are on the line stating that he would like to apply for a court-appointed attorney. Ask him if that's what he wants to do, apply for. Ask him if those are his initials on that line. I know he helped you, but ask him, are those his initials? Okay, so he helped you to sign it.
Yeah.
Okay, but okay, I see what you're saying. So you signed his initials for him?
Yeah.
Okay, now can he write?
Yeah, yes.
Okay, who signed his signature? Okay, now he needs to sign his own signature.
Yeah.
And he needs to initial that document. Just hold on. Here's some white out. Okay, as I see here now, I'm looking at a bond that somebody signed. Look like I guess he signed this bond where it says principal signature. His signatures have to be on that document, not yours. Do you understand?
Yes, yes.
Send those two judges.
Okay.
I know, look there, it's not working.
Oh, throw that one. You have some white. You have some white.
It's orange. It's orange.
Oh, okay.
This document is currently locked for editing by another user.
Oh. What are you trying to open?
This Brown.
Dismissal?
Yeah.
Try now.
This document is currently locked by another user for editing.
Okay, try now.
Okay.
Work.
Yes.
Didn't anybody else get it without what form? So I think we have full business.
No, we don't. We got some people that are gonna talk to the prosecutor.
Right there. And the sign is.
You do.
Yeah, he's gonna talk in the front.
You show her. You use them? Yeah.
Our initials. Then,
Okay, now, Mr. Who, when? Did I swear him in? Okay. Ask Mr. Tell him to raise his right hand. Okay, ask him if he, let me see. Ask him if he swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help you God.
You can take. Yeah.
Okay, you may put your hand down.
Shaw, SHAW.
Now, Mr. Nguyen. Mr. Nguyen. Okay, I have before me a document that is titled Judge's Explanation of Rights to Defendants Without Attorney. Is this your signature? Show that. Lauren. Now ask him if that is his, that's your signature. Okay, hold on. Now, are those your initials? That's your initials? Okay. Now, Mr. Nguyen, I also have another document that's titled Jefferson County Affidavit of Indigence. Did Thinwin? Did Mr. Thinwin help you to fill this document out? Ask him. You did? Okay. Now, did you sign this document?
Yeah.
He signed that document? Okay. Now, let me do this. Ask him, before you signed and initial these documents, did Mr. Thinwin help you go over, did Mr. Thinwin go over these documents with you? Just ask him the question just like I asked him.
Yeah.
Okay. And ask him this here question. Did you understand everything that Mr. Thinwin went over in these documents?
No.
You didn't understand everything?
I know already.
Okay, let me do this here. Okay, let's do this here. Just have a seat at that table. We just needed enough time to get an interpreter. That's enough time for them. It's not too, I mean, because we need to get the arraignment, this arraignment done. Okay, we're gonna reset it to May 16th. So we're gonna have a Vietnamese interpreter here. Now, is there any particular dialect of Vietnamese? It's not, okay. All right, have him to stand up, y'all stand over there. The case is gonna be reset till what time? May 16th. All right, yes, follow him. Oh, you know what? Hold on, come back. He's gonna have to get a interlock. This is this is a DWI second case. And by law, he's required to have an interlock device on any vehicle that he own or operate. Okay, they should have gave him those conditions when he bonded out of jail. They didn't give them to him? Okay. Well, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna give you those, I'm gonna give you these bonding conditions right now. And okay, now these bond conditions, and I'll just I'll state what his bond conditions are. He can't commit an offense against the laws of this state, any other state, or of the United States. Tell him that.
Say it again, sir.
He cannot commit an offense. He can't break the law. He can't commit an offense against this state, any other state, or of the United States,
Yeah.
which is the federal government. Tell him that.
I think they're gonna be like, yeah. Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, this court can require that he submit to a drug or alcohol test. Tell him that.
He said,
Well, the defendant shall submit to testing for drugs or alcohol. Tell him that. I'm gonna just, okay, at any time as directed by the court. You could tell him that.
bây giờ chừng nào cũng có cái gì hả, chừng nào cũng bắt làm thế cho cũng biết rồi.
Okay, now the court can revoke his bond, which means that in order to arrest, well, the court can revoke his bond if one, he refuses to submit to the test.
Nhưng mà chưa.
And or if he submit to a test and the test indicates the presence of drugs or alcohol in his body. Okay, now the other condition is he has to get a DWI interlock device. That's a device that they put on the vehicle. He has to blow in it before he can drive it. He has to put that on any vehicle that he owns or operate. Tell him that.
Nói riêng là xe nó hơn rồi, chạy nó chạy máy rồi, đâu có xe đâu.
What did he say?
He says car broke down.
Okay, but if before he could drive any other car, he has to have that on there. Okay, so you're saying his car is broke right now, so he's not driving. But if he drives a car, or if car gets fixed and get a new car, he has to put it on. He has to put it on there. He can't drive it without having that device on it. Okay, tell him that. And I think he understands. He was shaking his head, so I think he understands part of some of what I was saying because he's shaking his head. I do know that he speaks some English, so he does understand. And so this is his bond conditions, and he will have 10 days from today to get that. If 10 days from the day to get it, for example, if his car gets fixed. Now, if he doesn't have a vehicle or he's not driving no vehicle, then there's no need for him to get it because he can't put it on a vehicle that he doesn't own or operate. All right. Okay, so these are the bond conditions. I need to, what we're going to do is make a copy of these conditions for him. And we're also going to get him an interpreter for the next court date.
Ông kiếm người Việt Nam để nói chuyện với chú.
Okay, so she's going to give you his reset. They're going to reset his case, and she's going to give him a copy. Once he gets the copy, in the reset, he'll be free to go. And tell him he can have a blessed day and you have a blessed day as well. Just have a seat in those 2 chairs right there.
Được, mở tháng 5 ngày mấy?
Sao lại trưởng gì đấy?
Ờ,
Court is back in session at cause number M33992, case of style of state of Texas versus Adrian Shaw. Adrian Imran Shaw. And Mr. Shaw, again, would you please raise your right hand? You swear affirm to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
You may put your hand down. Now, Mr. Shaw, I have before me, you had previously indicated that you wanted to waive your right to attorney and represent yourself. Is that correct?
Yes, John.
And however, now you've changed your mind? And he needs to. And now you want to see if you qualify for a court-appointed attorney?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, now, Mr. Shaw, you've changed your choice to state that you want to apply for court-appointed attorney. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And are these your initials on the line that states that?
Yes, sir.
And is this your signature on line that's titled defendant?
Yes.
I also have a document here, Jefferson County Affidavit of Indigence. You recognize this document?
Yes.
And on page 2 of this document, there's a signature above the line that's titled defendant signature. Is that your signature? Now, Mr. Shaw, before you signed and initiated these documents, did you read the documents? Did you understand what you read?
Yes, sir.
And is everything in these documents true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
Yes.
Okay, Mr. Shaw, I read your answers in these documents. Based on your answers, you do not meet the eligibility requirements for the appointment of a court-appointed attorney. So at this time, you could either, the court can reset this case to give you an opportunity to hire an attorney to represent you. Okay, or if you desire to waive a right to attorney, you can do that as well.
I'll just waive it.
Okay. Now,
I thought I wanted to put this one.
yeah, I looked at your income and your debt ratio, you don't qualify. Okay, so state, you're not prepared to, he doesn't qualify for the appointment of a court-appointed attorney.
Yes, sir.
Let me do this. I'll just leave that like that. So, are you prepared to make an offer today, or we're going to reset this case?
I'm prepared.
Oh, I was talking
Oh,
to had you talked to the prosecutor?
Not yet, no, sir.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll give you time to talk to him. All right, just have a seat. Here you go. Yeah, he's scratched out. He's gonna have to put it back on his initials, back on the original.
That he did dismiss it.
That's Nichols.
Uh-huh.
I don't have, oh, she's gonna have to send it to me. Not, okay. Because I still, those other documents, they still hung up in the computer. Ms. Lewis, would you please come forward? Give me that. This is cause number M33398, case of solid state of Texas versus Jeray Shakira Lewis. Ms. Lewis, I have before me a document that is titled Motion to Dismiss. And the state has elected to dismiss this case. Is that correct? Mr. Johnson?
That is correct, ma'am.
And Ms. Lewis, I've just signed this document to dismiss this case. I'll give you, Mr. Bailiff, would you please hand this copy to Ms. Lewis? Okay, Ms. Lewis, your case has been dismissed. You're free to go. You have a blessed day.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Anybody else?
Oh, no, she has to come back up.
No, we have, Lewis. What about Boudreaux?
That's, we having an issue with that.
You have issue with the document?
Yeah, that's why.
Oh, on Boudreaux?
And John and Nicholas.
On
Oh.
Boudreaux, the felony prosecutor reached out to me and told me that, the
Right.
case was wrapped up. So I submitted dismissal.
Okay, Hey, I've signed it, but, they're having some technical problems with the tablet. Trying to retrieve the documents.
And also Mr. Nichols, Your Honor.
Mm.
Right. They
okay.
still having some
Gotcha.
technical problems with the tablet. So as soon as they take care of those technical issues with the tablet, we'll be able to give you your dismissals. Yeah. Should take a